Hey guys, and welcome back. Here we are, man, Wednesday, time for another midweek motivation and advice video. And this video is going to be on something I get a lot of questions about. The idea of cheating on your diet. Can it be good for you? What should you do? How does that work, right? Here's what I'm going to tell you. I do think cheating on the diet is extremely beneficial from a mental sanity standpoint. You guys know that I do those types of things every now and then. But I feel like you need to have a good solid rule set behind anytime you cheat, right? For those of you that know me, I allow myself one cheat day a year, right? It's my birthday, and that is all rules off, no holds barred, eat whatever all day long, do whatever you want, right? But for the rest of the year, I allow myself cheat meals. Now that I am past my initial weight loss, I allow myself a cheat meal every week. While I was doing my weight loss, I allowed myself one cheat meal a month, right? That brings me to the first rule of cheats if you're gonna do it, right? Schedule. Schedule your cheat meals, right? Highly recommend cheat meals, not cheat days, right? Schedule them out, right? Impromptu cheat meals lead to more impromptu cheat meals, which lead to more impromptu cheat meals, which lead to all kinds of problems, right? So mentally, for your mental sanity and keeping everything on point, you're gonna want to schedule cheat meals whenever you do them, right? And when it comes up time for your cheat meal, a few more rules I like to employ just for mental sanity and just keeping the structure to everything so you don't kind of just go completely nuts. Rule number one, no buffets, no all you can eats, no order whatever amount, right? None of that kind of open-ended crap, right? Because here's what happens. You get into your cheat meal and mentally you feel this tug of war happening, right? Where you know you shouldn't order the next plate, but you want to because you feel like you need to get your money's worth, blah, 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 blah. Don't do that. Don't allow it. Don't go to buffets. Don't go to any of those types of places, right? Just go order off of menus, right? If you're going to a restaurant, order off of menus, right? That's what I always say. Just order off the menu and come up with you know, what it is that you think you're going to order before you go, if you can find the menu online, right? If you're not going to do a restaurant, right, then buy the groceries in advance and make it yourself, right? And know how much you're going to make, right? Second rule is if you're going to a restaurant, right, even if you're not going to a restaurant, no appetizers, no desserts, only main entree, right? Now that works for me, right? I don't order appetizers, I don't order desserts. I know some people don't really consider it a cheat meal if they don't have something like that. So if you're gonna do it, do one or the other and try to do that in extreme moderation, right? However, I try to stick to main course only because, especially in restaurants, the portion you're going to get is going to be a lot bigger than a normal size portion. Which brings me to, you know, number three, right? Which is no doggy bags, no take homes, none of that kind of stuff. If you can't eat it, just send it back, man. There is no such thing as waste, guys. The food is either gonna go in the garbage or it's gonna go on your waistline. Neither one is good. If you have a friend that you're going with, maybe they want it. I'm not saying get your friend fat, but I'm saying don't get you fat. So that's rule number three, is don't bring home doggy bags. It is a cheat meal. It's not supposed to turn into several days of cheat meals. It's not supposed to be any of that kind of thing. That brings me to the next point, holidays, guys. All of us know that holidays can pose a problem for any kind of diet, right? Which is why I always suggest that you make the holiday day itself a cheat meal, right? Make that main meal a cheat meal. One of the best examples of this is Thanksgiving, right? Plan for that. You know when it's coming in advance. You've known all year long, right? Make your plans on what you're going to do that week to try and create a little bit of a calorie deficit so you can dump those calories. And then on the day itself, come up with your plan, right? Here's what I do, right? And I highly suggest this, right? You can't really control the amount of food that's going to be at your family's place or wherever it is that you're going to have Thanksgiving. So what you have to do is you have to be mentally strong going into this, right? What I do is I take one plate, right? One regular size plate, and I tell myself I can have anything that's there, but I have to have regular portions, right? So there's no going back for seconds, right? No seconds. And there's no piling. Do not be piling that plate like Mount Everest, man. You're defeating the purpose here, right? Normal size portions of anything that you want. get one plate of it, eat whatever it is that you want, and then be done with it, right? And then, of course, everybody loves frickin' pie at Thanksgiving. So allow yourself to have a slice of pie. One slice of pie, moderate, not the whole damn pie itself, right? Not like 7/8 of the pie either, damn it. One normal size slice of pie, right? And that's it, guys. Holidays, you kind of have to be extremely controlled, right? And rule number 5, dude, life, man. Life gets in the freaking way, dude. It just does. Life gets in the way of everything. It doesn't matter what it is, but in particular, weight loss, right? You're not going to be able to control life events. You're not going to be able to control everything that happens to you in the situations you find yourself in. So if you do find yourself in a situation where there is absolutely no way to eat anything that's even remotely healthy for you, then you've got to triage that moment, right? You've got to become mentally strong and rigid in that moment. Eat whatever you can eat, right? Try to make the healthiest decisions you can make, right? And control it, and then account for it in a calorie dump a little bit later on. Not saying starve yourself. I'm saying that you can make room with little changes through the rest of the week later after the fact, right? So that's kind of what I do. And a perfect example of triage moment is kind of like your car might break down and you might have to wait on a tow truck for a really long time. You find yourself surrounded by nothing but fast food, right? Maybe make the choice to go to Subway instead of Burger King, right? When you go to Subway, maybe make the choice to have a wrap instead of a full-on bread sandwich or something. Have a smaller portion or have a salad or something like that, right? There's choices you can make to try and be as healthy as you possibly can be in a situation where you can't really be healthy. Those are the types of things that I think really will help you go a long way with your cheat meals and things like that. Remember, guys, the idea behind a cheat meal is to give yourself a mental break from your diet, right? It's not to completely throw the doors open and go absolutely ballistic, because these are the types of things that lend themselves to poor mental image afterwards, which then lend themselves to eating disorders and things like that, guys. So, in short, man, cheat days, I'm not a big fan of. Cheat meals, absolutely. Scheduled. Keep them on a regular basis throughout your diet, and make sure that you take these rules into account when you approach them so you don't just blow it out of the water, guys. Anyway, yeah, I think that's it for cheat meals, man. Like and subscribe. Leave me some comments, man. Let me know what goes on with you. And as always, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.